It's a collectible.
Yeah. Tuko ndogo ndogo hali moving mwenda pole haji kwa you know how we do. Bado tunawapa pressure na sukari zote zinapanda juu. Tuko ndogo ndogo hali moving mwenda pole haji kwa you know how we do. Bado tunawapa pressure na sukari zote zinapanda juu. I'm so rogue like a good logo. Dope lines kinda push coco. Listen to what nasumbua kwa soko. Man, I'm all up in your faces, Sky look up, DJ slow. Niggas trying to test me, Missy Jolly walk up. You can put me in a box, you can lock now. When I pull up with the light, niggas smoking. My wrong side of us, it got everybody talking. Left me gambones, I did the drop with all dice. We can be selling me, cause we don't give up your eyes. If you ever looking on your own life, family first, everything is alright. It's a pressure on my face, I can see it in my mouth. And we should have my media, I'm grown man shit, keep you on top. I'm a
Pan-African Bliss Show with your host, none other than Joby.
Nikuchuga fully loaded na mwanangu leo tunachana kamuga kata alipini simu faster minka itaomba na nkajipin na msuba. Yeah, so why you hating brother, punguza kelele au acha wivu kamedi wacha kagere vile na mabeba milo kadere
Una tabia za kedere.
Block is hot nimewaka nazidisha fracas hunting ile jango na waachia makaka silly rappers naifanya proper direction muhimu everything niko na purpose family nazidisha upendo every season we just the tempo na kwa mwanangu wa kitaa huku sasa ndogo ndogo tutafika tunapokuwa ndogo hali moving mwana pole haji kwa hiyo
Wagwan family.
bado tunawapa
Good afternoon.
na sukari zote zina
Grand Rising. 18 minutes past the top of the hour. Karibuni sana to the Pan-African Bliss Show. This is the media of the 21st century. Blackout Fire Network radio station.
Usipoteze mguu, shuki chini hata nililie tuju. Toki chini satan enda kudu. Jeshi ya kote imehamia huku hood. Alipad nimeroka mino customer wanzapo. Kigoni ya ngasa busy skips.
Yes, that is a sound featuring Caterpillar, featuring Siwa Saida. The name of the jam is Pressure, playing right here on the media of the 21st century. Karibuni sana once again to everyone live with us on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, everyone with us on the radio station. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday so far. Apologies, man, for the last 3 weeks. I'd say actually it's been a month plus. Our lights have been super crazy. You guys have been missing a couple of shows, literally majority of the shows. So we really apologize on behalf of Ruto. On behalf of what is happening in our country, we really apologize. But karibuni to yet another beautiful conversation of the Pan-African Bliss, where we get to discuss matters affecting the African continent and its people. And today we shall be talking about a conversation we had to have yesterday, and this is regarding white people not being like us and where we actually have to generally accept it. And this comes hand in hand with a topic, rather a video I'll be sharing from this young white man who's actually explaining and teaching us the forbidden history. I'll call it the forbidden history, not the forbidden fruit, but the forbidden history, where we're not allowed to learn about the white true's nature, the white people's true's nature. And of course, shout out to Mr. Blackout Fire, who 2-3 weeks ago took us literally towards 7 episodes of understanding the creation of white people. And with this, we've actually been able to understand the racism, the hate that we experience as Black people, why they behave how they behave. But I want to continue with that, not really the episode, but just literally share this video as we get to break down a few points, personally what I understand. And as we get to continue, I'll be sharing also another video coming from Kenya, where it's actually very shocking to me as a Kenyan. I didn't know the rules that we have in Vietnam, and I think understanding this video that I'm going to be sharing and taking us back to most of the videos we've shared when it comes to African people being or going outside the continent, let's say like in Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, in Canada. We've seen, of course, Kenyans, Africans being told, come to Canada, there's jobs, come to this country, there's job opportunities. But when you get there, you die actually or starve of cold, and die literally due to cold because no one is ready to accept you because you are a Black person. Why wouldn't you stay in your own country, fix your own problems. So due to the poverty in Africa, the docility, the brainwashing, and Africans thinking white people are our friends. This is why I have these videos in hand, because we have this mentality of thinking white people are our friends, and then the true nature of them, because it's just so naive to see that this lady was actually lured to this kind of action, where they take advantage of your docility and engage you into some really crazy, messed up things. And because you're not taught the real things of what is happening outside there. For me, I didn't know Vietnam, actually, if you found drug smuggling, you're supposed to be hanged, you're supposed to be hanged by death. And this is just so crazy. So I'm quite shocked. And this is what the trending story actually right now in the 254, where we have the government pleading, the government of Vietnam currently, to let go of one of our own who was caught and actually, caught with 2 kgs of cocaine. And it leads us back to the country of Kenya also, where we need to question, where do cocaine come from here? Because we've discussed about literally drugs when it comes to Africa, and how on purpose they are poured here, so that they can keep our people with this docile mentality, I'd say, to keep you drunk, to keep you intoxicated, and not to have the right mentality of questioning the right things, like who actually brings these drugs in the country. But along that, we shall be discussing the arrival of King and Queen of the Kingdom of Netherlands. And of course, this comes a few months after we saw Kenyans actually sending, emails to the Dutch royal family not to actually come to Kenya. So it's quite crazy to see that despite the plea and Kenyans not wanting the visitation of these people in their country, it is still happening. And we need to question very well what is really happening, because the arrival was yesterday, and yesterday we had no lights the whole day. It's not just making sense, because and also there was a lot of traffic. We were actually warned about traffic. And this is something else I was talking about also last week. When it comes to these royal families, when it comes to the presidents, we always have to pave one way. I'm gonna be late for work because someone is arriving in my country, or because the president is passing. So we're going to use a one-way path because of traffic, and because the president or the King of Netherlands is passing here today. It's the disrespect, and we need to say no to this, okay? We should all have and be served with equality. That is what Ibrahim Traore is literally doing right now. But karibuni sana, as we get into the conversation, I want to share some brain and focus formula, some of the amazing products you can get on the BHFN sports page. And in case you're wondering what is this is actually, you can find it under our Blackout Fire Network application. So rush to the Google Play Store, download the app. Blackout Fire Network is the name, and stay connected as you get these amazing products. Not just brain and focus formula. We have some beetroot, we have some multivitamin, we have vitamins, proteins, amino acids, beauty, hair, nail, skin essential, all coming at a very affordable price. But for now, get yourself this one.
Unlock your full potential with Brain and Focus, a powerful supplement designed to boost mental clarity, enhance memory, and sharpen concentration. Made from a blend of scientifically proven ingredients like ginkgo biloba, omega-3, and essential vitamins, Brain and Focus is crafted to fuel your mind. Our process ensures maximum potency and effectiveness, delivering the perfect balance of brain-boosting nutrients. Take just 1 capsule daily, as prescribed by your healthcare provider, and feel the difference. Whether it's powering through your workday or staying sharp in life's challenges, Brain and Focus keeps you at the top of your game. Stay sharp, stay focused, and stay ahead with Brain and Focus. Brain and Focus, fuel your mind, achieve more. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Exactly. Get yourself one at the Blackout Fire Network sports page. And of course, you can ask any question before and after you purchase these amazing products. In case you have any question before and after purchasing the products, you'll be answered. Shout out to Unsunken One, Karibu Sana. We're just getting started, so you didn't miss anything. How are you doing today? Hope you had a beautiful weekend. We're not able to catch up yesterday, so I hope you guys had a beautiful weekend. And I hope you're having an easy week so far. It being on a Tuesday, 26 minutes past the top of the hour, as we get started with today's conversation. As I align it, I want us to start with this video right here, coming from Nigeria. I'd say literally an African, who's speaking out loud about most of how the economy in Africa is operating. We've seen that was last week, as I shared a video about Lynn Ngugi. She was trying to break down a few things when it comes to our economy as Kenyans, how it is so bad. And not just Kenya, you find that actually majority of the Africans in the continent, we are surviving because of you guys in diaspora, literally the fact. And this is what is also making the economy of majority of the countries in Africa also to continue standing. But with our mineral resources, with our production rate, which is also very low when it comes to production, and talk about agriculture and majority of the things, it's very low. So we have nothing to actually like account to or depend on when it comes to our economy. So I'm gonna start with this video right here. This lady is talking about the economy of Nigeria, and people are saying she's exaggerating, and I don't believe she's actually exaggerating, because this is the real facts of what Tinubu should be doing. Not just Tinubu, but also the previous presidents. They would have made, with all that oil that we have in Nigeria, if only fully they had control of it, or we had control of our resources. If we really build our refinery companies, or companies that actually can process all our minerals right here, we'd not be crying like this. But due to how the system has been created, understanding Nigeria was actually put up as a company makes a whole lot of sense. We have Shell, the Rothschild and the Rockefellers in general, who control literally this country. So how do you expect your economy to be thriving? I feel like us as Africans, we need to first, number one, start understanding these presidents hold no power. They hold no power in our countries. They have no say. So no matter how many times we cry, unless we're willing to chase the white man out ourselves, we're going to keep on crying to the same people over and over again. They're going to keep us to stay in the state mindset of always living in hope, because that is what is happening in Kenya right now. And I really feel so bad for our people, because political rallies have really started, but they don't see it. Ruto is out here selling dreams of how he's going to be here still in 2027. Some people still don't understand what is really happening. You've been sold hope, which has been happening years since actually in so-called independency. All we see is hope. Hope and prayers. When will we really have it all? Till we go to heaven? It's crazy. And as we speak about heaven, I'll finish up later with a video which is explaining, because the mindset of Africans is so gone. We have people who have been actually putting in money to acquire lands in heaven, but not story for now. Let's start with this one.
I feel so overwhelmed, and I feel like if a lot of Nigerians come out and start speaking on what we are actually going through, then maybe changes will be made in the government. Don't you guys think? And this video, I just want to say to our president, I don't know if there have been any other president that is terrible, but you are such a it is so hard. So I'm coming from the supermarket where I went to get foodstuffs, and everything has gone up again. It's just like every single week prices increase. I want to know, what is the government doing about this increment? Is there going to be a particular time where prices will stop going up? Is there going to be a particular time where things are going to go back? Guys, why am I going to get a crate of egg and they're telling me it is 6.5? It doesn't make any sense that egg will cost 6.5. Like, I literally can't remember when egg used to cost 800. And I'm so overwhelmed, because this is literally my first time doing this adulthood thing alone. This is my first time moving out.
In 1973, Nigeria's minimum wage could buy more bags of rice than it can today. There was a time when earning a Nigerian salary meant real purchasing power. In the early 1970s, the minimum wage was about 125 naira per month, and a bag of rice cost around 5 naira, meaning a worker could afford over 20 bags with their salary.
Yeah.
Fast forward to today, the minimum wage is 30,000 naira, while a bag of rice costs over 70,000 naira in some places. That means even a full month's salary isn't enough to buy just one bag. What happened to the naira?
Exactly. It lost its value. Number one, our currencies have no value. It's not about the naira. It's about our resources. This is not about the naira at all. It's about our resources. It's about what we, about how our, again, the management of resources, how is it being operated? And if you look at it, again, the system how it is created, it's benefiting only the white man and also the the big puppets who are in power to keep us in check and to keep us fearful of not questioning such kind of things. Of course, it's not just Nigeria that is suffering this. We have many countries, again, I'll repeat, globally. Economy is not doing great for everyone. Everyone is suffering in different ways. But in Africa, to be specific, it's not a cry, and understanding the history we have, the mineral resources we have, the wealth we have, we shouldn't be crying like this. So it's a call again upon us for us to see that actually even the problem is not our own leaders. Yes, they are the big part of the problem, but our problem is not even the people we have here. Because being honest, if we really, again, taught correct and if we lose our fear, we just need to get rid of these people in power. The numbers, we win in numbers. We are the majority. But when it comes to the white man, because once we do that, that is going to scare the white man. And that's why we go towards them. We go to Shell. We go to all these companies they have set up in Africa. We go attacking all these companies and we say, get the F out. You're not telling me we're not going to gain back control of our countries. If we really make it clear what our standard is or what we really want, I believe personally we can. Personally, I do believe with the right education, Africans, we should be the least people crying about economy. But because we've not been able to understand how the rest of the world benefits from us, that's the problem. But along with that, I want to share the reason why I started with that is because due to that, economy has not destabilization of Nigeria, over the years. There's a time last week I was sharing about this, and slowly we broke it down and checking a couple of presidents who tried to actually make the economy of Nigeria better, and some were assassinated. Some were actually taken out of power and others were installed, including someone like Buhari and the rest. But if you look at actually, of course, Africa generally, since the so-called independency, the mentality that has been left behind, I'd say, is I'm a poor person. And I shared that video back then, last 3 weeks ago, where we saw this woman saying that Africans have been projected to think, we're poor. I don't know if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it and reshare it again. We've been projected to think that we're really poor due to religion, where we think that the kingdom, the kingdom is in heaven. So we shouldn't even question the rich men in these countries. We should just let everything be the way it is. As they steal, we should just clap. As they steal, we should just watch. But when will you have your own peace? And this is why you see people have been so brainwashed to the point where you have to give money for you to acquire a land in heaven. You sound crazy. You already have enough problems right here for you to give money actually to a pastor for you to save a land for yourself in heaven. Like I said, I'll share that video towards the end of the show, but let me see if I can find that video of that lady as I get into this, because I feel like poverty, being honest, poverty and the mindset we have is the main reason why we've gotten where we are today, where people easily think Africans are supposed to be sitting in problems. It's okay for you to just be sitting in problems. Let me see if I can find it. I shared this video last week. Let me see. If I don't find it, it's okay. I'm just gonna continue the rest. The other one, as I explain, basically what I'm trying to say. Okay, I don't see it, but if I find it, I'll share it later towards the end of the show, because I love the way this lady actually said it. She's like, we've been projected to think we're really, really poor, but the truth of the matter is that we're not. We've been projected to think we deserve to be sitting in poverty because of religion. The kingdom is in heaven, so the rich man should just continue being rich. The poor should continue being poor, and nobody should ever question that. So it's crazy. Let me see if I can find it. It should be somewhere here. I want to share it so I can be able to align the program correct. Or now, I can't find it. I don't know where I shared it. Let me see if I can find it on TikTok. But let me share this video as we start. So this lady is from Kenya. I don't know if it's a Chinese man, if it's an Indian, or it's a Mzungu. I don't know which, or it's an African who lied to them, you can smuggle drugs in Vietnam. In her explanation, she says she didn't know it was drugs. She was told, just like any other African person who is so desperate of living a good